What is up, guys? Name is Dre and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. And in today's video we are talking about if you should or shouldn't summon for Childe and Rosaria, with special focus of course on Childe, since he is the 5-star character, so he will be much harder to pull. And as always in this type of format, I want to start with, if Childe is your favorite character, then you just go ahead and summon for him. So I want to make this type or this kind of video especially for people who are undecided if they should or shouldn't summon for this character. So now let's go ahead and talk about this. Another thing that I just want to add is that the video is pre-recorded a couple of days before the official release, because when the official release drops, when we will have the official information about his banner and all the stuff that will come with the banner release, I won't be available. I will be on Easter holiday with my family, so during the course of this week I am not on my usual setup. So this video is pre-recorded, so there are some things that are subjective to change. But yeah, let's dive into Childe as the 5-star character. And yeah, I would say if it just comes to the decision if you should or shouldn't summon for Childe, then I wouldn't recommend to summon for Childe. He is definitely a strong DPS character, but we have patch 1.5 with, if you guys already saw some pictures of 1.5, I don't want to talk about this in specific, but there is supposed to be a Zhongli rerun, which we're just speculating. Of course, this is not confirmed. And if we're like, just make the decision between Childe and Zhongli, then I would definitely go for Zhongli, because he is the much better character. He's way more useful. Of course, Zhongli is not a DPS when we compare it in these aspects, but Zhongli, in my personal opinion, is a character that is like much more worth your Primo Gems that you did saved up when we do compare this to Childe. Also, Childe is a very unique character. I want to talk about this in a bit. But besides only, we could potentially have 2 new characters in patch 1.5. Because this patch there was no single new character except for Rosaria that will come with Childe, but Rosaria is a 4-star. We want to also talk about this in the later part of the video. But yeah, just by that, I wouldn't recommend to summon for Childe. But let's go over like the problems with Childe. Childe basically just has one issue in my personal opinion, and that is this ability. It is his E. So if you guys are interested, the next video after this video will posted will be a pre-recorded Childe showcase where I did max out all his abilities. So in the next video you will see the normal attack to level 10 because of his Master of Weaponry. He does increase the normal attack by 1 level, so I will level up this to level 9. Because of the talent it will be level 10. I already crowned his E, so you're gonna see the damage of this one, and I will level this talent up to level 9. So I did main Childe since the day he came out, but I did drop in like 2 months ago, I think, when Ganyu did come out. I started to use different characters. I started to use my focus more on 4-star characters, because I do think like that the problem with Childe is I like to use the E ability. So in terms of this mechanic, I think he is the most fun character to me, but you have to get used to it. It was kind of strange at the beginning, because the thing is, I can show you that actually here, is you use the E, and yeah, it's like kind of cool. You swap into the melee stance, you can fight, and if you want to swap back, you have like a 50 seconds cooldown. And the longer you use that stance, the longer the cooldown of the E will be. So you have to really manage between those. And Childe is like that kind of character that has the issue with that. So because you have to do something in the downtimer, actually, of course, you can use auto attacks with his bow, but Childe is not a physical carry. Usually you would do this only with physical carries, but Childe is not that kind of character that wants to do physical damage. He just wants to do hydro damage with his E ability. Or otherwise you could do charged attacks, but like with a weapon like Rust that I'm using, if you have Skyward Harp or another weapon it should be fine. The decreased, the charged attacks are decreased. But I actually don't think that you want to use Childe outside of his melee stance in combat. So you usually want to swap him for E, and then you want to swap him out, and then you need a DPS character for his downtimers. And back in the day, I thought like that Childe is not free to play friendly and not resource friendly, because you have to invest in Childe, and then you have to invest into another DPS character that does fill the gap between or in between his cooldowns. Which, for example, a character like Zhangling, she's a Forcer character that is guaranteed, she's free to play. You don't have that issue. You only use Goba, you use ultimate, and in the downtime you still can auto attack with her, and it will like deal AoE damage. But if you swap into the bow, it only is able to do single target damage. And that is like the big difference between a bow user and a melee user, which was the issue for me. So yeah, if you like kind of like that playstyle, so you can see the team here. Usually fighting with Childe, uses auto attacks, and then I have to swap between my other characters, and yeah, kind of rotate through those until Childe's cooldowns are back. So yeah, you can see that it is back right now. Yeah, that is like the thing that you guys have to keep in mind. It does look cool, it makes a lot of fun. Honestly, you kind of want to get used to this playstyle. Now we got it. And yeah, I want to go over like the abilities and everything in detail in the Childe showcase. But that's like or some main issues that I want you guys to face before you summon for the character. Of course, the showcase will be before the banner, so you definitely can make sure to watch this showcase if you're still undecided after this video. I feel like Childe is a good character, but he is easy to replace by the new DPS characters. Especially we do not know what will come after patch 1.5, because there could potentially be even another new character. Childe is only really a choice if he is your favorite character now. I wouldn't actually summon for him if you're looking for a new DPS character. Then I would actually skip Childe. I would rather use Forza characters, or I would wait for the next 5-star DPS character to come instead of going for Childe, because I think like his team comps are very limited. Like you really want to have the off time, someone that helps with his off time. You want to make use of his elemental reaction. Even though Childe is a Hydro user, he has access to Vaporize as an elemental reaction. I actually don't think that Childe is the character for the future. Back in the day, when he came out, he was like a super strong top 3 DPS character. But now we are like 4 months ahead, and we do have Ganyu, we do have Hu Tao, we do have the buff Zhongli, we have a rerun of Venti, and we have a lot of different builds with 4-star characters discovered that are more effectively in my eyes than Childe, or more versatile in my eyes than Childe. Childe is a limited character, you have to get used to him, you have to face his issues, and yeah, that's like the problems that you guys have to keep in mind. I don't want to say that Childe is a bad character, I don't want to rant about this character, even though it sounds like that, but these are like the problems that you guys want to face when you're thinking to summoning for this character. Yeah, I think like that's enough for Childe already. If like these informations did help you out already, then that's good. If not, wait a couple of days, there will be a Childe showcase, and then you can see if you really want this character. Other than that, we want to swap over to Rosaria. For Rosaria, it is much easier. I would actually recommend to summon for Rosaria if you're not close to the pity. So you have at least one copy of her. So this is only if you're undecided. If you already know that you want to summon for Rosaria, then just go ahead and do so. I will definitely secure myself at least one copy of Rosaria. But what I would recommend you guys, if you do not summon or if you are not into Rosaria, so in this video I don't want to go over her abilities or something, because I want to keep that for the videos next week when Rosaria, when we have the official release of Rosaria. And how I would want to do this, if your pity is now at 0, or if it is a very low pity, then I would do like 4 to 5 or 6 multis maximum. So you're very close to the soft pity. You don't have a 5-star character, and your chances are pretty high in those 6 summons to get at least 1 copy of Rosaria. Otherwise, I just would summon or single summon until you hit the 4-star pity, and if it's Rosaria, then just stop, and hopefully it is before the soft pity. Now, if you didn't summon Rosaria before your soft pity, so or if you're very close to the soft pity and you weren't able to get Rosaria, then what would actually stop? Because just by now, we do not know if Rosaria is a limited character, but for sure she will come back. And I think there's no hurry to summon for Rosaria if you can't get it. Now, I would actually save the pity up because I wouldn't waste the soft pity for Child if it only comes to the decision if you want to have a new character. Then I wouldn't waste the pity for Child. I just would build the pity, and by building the pity, you really want to get yourself 1 copy of Rosaria. And if you are not managing to get yourself 1 copy of Rosaria, then just stop. Then you can save your pity for patch 1.5, which probably could be a Zhongli rerun or a new 5-star character, or maybe a new 4-star character. We do not know for now. Yeah. Also, if you do not like the characters from patch 1.5, you still can save the pity until patch 1.6, and then you can guarantee yourself the copy for a new character. Alright, I think that's already it. I hope I could help you out a little with this Shit You Summon video. I always try to put in some information about certain characters, what you guys have to notice about the character, so maybe I could help you out with your decision by now. And if not, then definitely subscribe to the channel, because I will do a showcase for Child, or multiple showcases maybe for Child, but definitely multiple showcases for Rosaria. I did prepare the weapons for her. We want to do a 4-star weapon comparison. We want to make different builds on her and try her out, and I will put this all in different kinds of videos. And yeah, you do not have to necessarily summon on day 1. You still can watch the showcases, and then you can decide if you want to summon for those characters or not. And yeah, guys, if you guys liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me a lot, and I see you guys next time.